Hello. Yesterday class, anyone any doubt regarding correlation and validation point assertions?
Actually, validation not be done next.
Yeah, preprocessor we have, right? That is the validation point. Assertions, we can call it as a validation point. Assertions, response assertion, right? So that is the validation points. Like each and every page we need to keep for the assertion I told, right? You can observe here. This is the response assertion. Yesterday we did. And one we did for the response code, one is we did for the text response code also. You can observe here in the login, we did for the one more response session. And we did for the correlation two types, boundary and assumed the regular expression.
Regular.
Okay. So correlation concept everyone understand, or you guys need anything?
Understand.
Okay, everyone good, right? Then, so we did for the post processor. Post processor, nothing but, so you can go to the thread group and go to the add, and here we can see the post processor. So post processor means we want to handle dynamic values. So we can use for the post processor. We have the different kinds of things will be there. Like we have different like JSON extractor will be there, boundary extractor will be there, and regular expression will be there. And here JDBC also we have. So what is the JDBC? Nothing but, so it's a JDBC post processor, nothing but it's a DB side. So maybe you need to test with the DB side, means you need to select for the JDBC. Maybe we want only doing for the like boundary based or regular expression, means we can select for the boundary or regular expression. And JSON also we can do. So sometimes maybe we are getting for the JSON values also we want to handle. So at that time we can do for the JSON extractor. So these three will be very important for us, like boundary extra, regular expression, and JDBC. Okay, so this everything is are good. So you can do for the correlation. You have the how many correlation values will be there, and you need to identify the dynamic value. So yesterday I told, right, how to we can identify the dynamic value. We can record the script twice, and you need to compare for that script, this script. That is the one thing. And one more thing, like we need to by seeing, like see for example, I can observe here, we can click on this login. In this login we are able to seeing for the some section value or user token will be there. Okay, section value we are added, right? Just example I'm deleting. Okay, see user token we did. So sometimes what will happen, this user token we are not entered anywhere, and we are not selected also in the application anywhere. So means this value is coming from the through server. So this value is coming from the through server. Maybe if you not handle, what will happen, right? You are unable to handle the like correlation you not did, right? Your script will be fail because these dynamic values keep on changing. So you want to capture, then only you are able to go to the successful request and response. So that is why if it is there in our script, any dynamic value, you must do for the correlation. So, and that's into the one more thing, like when you are doing correlation, we can divide two types. Like one is for the application side dynamic value, one is for the server side. Server side, nothing but we can see the user token, section ID, or so we have the user section. So this kind of things will be token ID. So these all things will coming from the server side values. So as same to the application side also, we have sometimes will be different will be there. For example, we'll see the any one of the application. For example, we know for right flight booking application, we are selecting for the okay. I think we are not open server.
యాక్చువల్లీ ఎన్హాన్స్మెంట్ అంటే కోరిలేషన్, పారామీటరైజేషన్ అండ్ పేజ్ వాలిడేషన్, డీబగ్గింగ్ ఇవన్నీ దీని కింద వస్తాయండి.
Yes.
అంటే స్టెప్ ఎట్లా? ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ ఏంది? కోరిలేషన్ ఏంది?
Yeah, that
పారామీటరైజేషన్?
is your convenient. You can do for the correlation or parameterization also, no problem. But we can do for the correlation is first thing is important, because you can handle only, then you are able to get the successful response. So you need to do for the first thing will be correlation only is important. Then only your script will be. So now this.
ఇప్పుడు ఇదంతా స్క్రిప్ట్ ఎన్హాన్స్మెంట్ కింద వస్తుందా ఇదంతా అండి?
Yes, yes.
యాక్చువల్లీ ఎన్హాన్స్మెంట్ అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటండి?
Changes.
Okay.
Script, what are the modification we are doing, right? That is called only enhancements. See, for example, now you can observe here. So we are opening for the web tour URL example only. I'm just showing for the application. So for here, after login, we are entering for the username and password. So means you are through keyboard you are entering. So yesterday I told, right? So what are the values you are entering? Those values we should do for the parameterization, like the preprocessor as a our JMeter terminology, preprocessor. Like you need to handle these values means we need to do for the parameterization. Why we need to do for the parameterization? Why we need to do for the preprocessor? Nothing but so as a performance testing point of view, we want to execute with the multiple user point of view load test. So any kind of test we need to do for means multiple user we need to test. So then only we need to how the application behavior is going for under the load we need to know. So that is point of view. So real time what will happen, for example, we are 7 numbers will be there. Maybe we can log in with our Facebook account or Twitter, whatever maybe. We can log in with our credentials, or maybe I will log in with Venkat and Venkat log in with someone. It will be not like that, right? So means realistic environment, how it is happening. As same to we need to test the application also same. Like we want to give for the number of users. Like you need to give for the username password will be 100 usernames means you need to create the 100 username data. Like 100 usernames, 100 password. So then all that is the realistic environment. So same username Jojo and Bean only you are using for the 100 times you are like at 100 iterations you are executing same user. That is not realistic environment. Means only one user and only again and again and login and again they are doing for their transaction. So that is not realistic environment. So that is why we need to do for the parameterization as a preprocessor in the JMeter. So now I enter Jojo Bean means these two values we need to do for the parameterization. After click on login and after click on flights, and you can observe here. So departure city. So here we have the drop down will be there. So actually I am going to the London to some Los Angeles. So London to Los Angeles I am going. So maybe Narayan also it will go same place. Yes or no? He also
No.
coming with me, or because his requirement will be different, right? He will go for the some different city. Maybe he go to the Paris to some other city. Means user to user, this departure city, arrival city is changing or not? Changing, right? So means
Sometimes changing, sometimes changing.
yes, user to user, the departure city, arrival city is changing. So it is changing means that is the application side dynamic values. So what are the values changing from the application side? So that will be as the application side dynamic values. So dynamic values means what we need to do? We can do for the correlation as a post processor, as a boundary extractor or regular expression extractor. And after that departure date. So here you are entering the data. Like if you want to change for the date or month means we can change also possible here. So I want to book the ticket 16 and I want to return ticket will be, I want to book the return ticket will be 18. So means you are entering the these details like departure date and return date. Means this also we can do for the parameterization, because you are not selecting for the application. So that is the we can do for the parameterization. And same to the number of passenger. So number of passenger also depends on the number of passenger. I given 3. Maybe I want only 2 tickets. So means you are entering for the number of passenger. Means we need to do for the parameterization preprocessor. And after that you can observe seating preferences and type of seat. So we have the different type of seating preference will be there, else and windows and none. So it depends on the our requirement. We need to select for the, maybe I want only window, then I will select window. Means this is also user to user change or not. So obviously it will change, right? So seating preference it will change, and type of seat also. Someone will book the first coach, someone will be book the business, and someone will be book the coach. So this is also user to user changing. Means this is also we can consider as a dynamic values, like seat preferences and type of seat also we need to consider as a dynamic value. And after that click on continue. And after that you can observe we are flight departing from the Paris to San Francisco. This is the date. So these are all available flight. Maybe I am going to Blue Sky Air 460 flight. Maybe along with me SM to Venkat also booking ticket. He also come to the same flight. No, right? Maybe I am interested to go for the 8 a.m. and this budget also for me. Okay. Maybe Venkat is decide to, maybe his free time will be after night only he can travel. Then he can select this one. And Narayana will be there. Narayana will be interested for the evening time. So means user to user, the flight also it is changing. So this also it is a, we can consider as a application side dynamic values. Means we need to handle the dynamic values, means we need to handle application side values we need to handle, and as same to the server side values also you need to handle the dynamic values.
అంటే ఎలా కనుక్కుంటాం ఇది అప్లికేషన్ ఇది సర్వర్ అని ఎలా ఐడెంటిఫై చేయొచ్చు?
Yeah, now you are seeing right here. See, you can observe here. You are seeing for the Blue Sky Air, this will be application side, because you are selecting from the Paris to San Francisco. Then these all flights will be displayed. So user to user, this flight is changing or not. So this is the dynamic value. So server side nothing but server side nothing but some user section value, token value. So this kind of will come. Those value will be server side, because anywhere you are not entered in the application when you are recording the script. SM2 anywhere you are not selected in the application, means that value is not in application side. That value is coming from the server side. Okay. After select for the flights and click on continue. And here we are entering the data in payment details you are entering. So you are entering through keyboard, means what we need to do?
Parameterization.
We need to do for the parameterization. And the city we need to give for the what is the city, Hyderabad. And we can give for the credit card number and expiry date of the credit card. So these all values you need to do for the correlation: first name, last name, street address and city, and passenger names and credit card and expiry date. So because these all values we can enter. See, you can observe here. If you want for the other user, you can add. See, for example, I can remove this. I want for Kiran user, I want to add for first name, and last name will be some different. So means we need to entering through keyboard these values. So means you need to do for the parameterization as a preprocessor. So after that we need to click on continue. So now your ticket is booked, completed, then sign up. So in this application we observe that, so what are the values it is generating from the application side we identified, like a departure city, arrival city, and as in the seating preferences, seat type, and flight booking. In that we are identify the flight number. So this will be application side dynamic values. Now we can go to the script, and we need to open that also. Zero bank account we have, right? So I'm opening zero bank account. See, after open I'm doing for the clicking this sign in button, and after that you are entering for the username and password. So means you are entering, means what we need to do? We need to do for the
Parameterization.
parameterization as a preprocessor. Then you can click on sign in.
పారామీటరైజేషన్ అంటే ఏందండి? యాక్చువల్ మల్టిపుల్ యూజర్స్ ని పంపించేది కదా పారామీటరైజేషన్ అంటే.
Yes. We need to give for the static input to this server. That is called parameterization. Like what are the values we are entering through keyboard, those values you should do parameterization. Like multiple user point of view, we need to do for the parameterization. So after login, then what you are doing? See, you are doing for the some online banking. If you want to do for the online banking, you can click on online banking, and you want for the account summary or which want you can select. Like we can transfer fund, we can select. Transfer fund is my scenario, and I'm giving for the okay to account. I'm giving only $1. Okay. And click on continue. See, transfer money means now what you did, just all your entered details means you need to do parameterization, and after that click on submit. So you are transferred successfully $1, and after that you can log out. So this scenario we are not seeing any applications are dynamic because we don't have any drop downs, and this kind of we are not seeing. But that is why you can observe here, when we did for the correlation, we identified only one value, that is only user token. So this user token, some 1 2 3 4 ABC something will be came. So you are selected anywhere, you are entered anywhere. See, now you can observe, you are observe user login details will be there. Username you are entered, password you are entered, but user token you are entered anywhere, you are not selected anywhere also. Means this is the dynamic values coming from the server side. So it's clear everyone, what is the dynamic value, what is the preprocessor, what is the post processor. So now we are moved to the preprocessor. Okay, so now we can go to here and go to the add and preprocessor. So what is the preprocessor? Nothing but we have to the handle for the like static input to the server. Like we need to do for the parameterization. We have the different type of parameterization. User parameters we have, and we have for the JDBC preprocessor will be there. And we want for the user parameter, you can click on this. So it is a came the user parameter. Then you want to add usernames means you can click on here and give it as a username. Like we can give for the user only. I'm giving here because value will be, we need to add the value. And you can give for the value like what is the username. And next we are doing for the password, and you need to give for the password. Just assume, just I did for the user parameter, and this thing we can keep for the above of this, no problem, because if you want to keep for the in the login part also, we can keep where is username password is coming, you can keep there also, no problem. But you can keep above, then it will be there in any request, it automatically pick for the above thread group, because we are keeping for the test plan means it is applicable for the, if it is a thread group is there, it is applicable in thread group. It is the recording controller will be there, it is applicable for the recording controller also. Now we need to done for the parameterization, and after that what we need to do, we need to replace with that name. Like I given name is a user and password is a password. Then you can go to the particular login section, where is the username will be there, there you need to replace with the user. So how to we can replace means dollar and open curly brace and give it as a user, and under this is the close, and password also you need to replace same. In the password place dollar open curly brace and give for the PWD. And what is the name you are given, same name you need to give here. You can go to the user parameter and you can check, I given the user and PWD same I given. Then you can observe replace also I did same. See user password. And if it is anywhere will be there, you can check. If it is there, then again same, you need to replace with the all request. So we have only login only will be there. I did, and just will execute. Maybe it is pass or not, we can observe. Okay, and go to the view results tree and just execute. See, login is success. Then you can open this, and you can go to the login page, and you can observe login page in the response data. Means you are getting this login title, this all things means you are very good. Otherwise, you can click on here, and response code is 200. Means you are getting for the successfully request you are sent, and response also you got. Then only you will get for the response code 200. So that is why you need to give for the checkpoint 200 also is fine. So if you are getting for the 200, so when you are given response suggestion 200, so you can observe here, we are given response suggestion 200 means that is a successfully requested successful response. Means this assertion is not failed means you are going to the valid response page. So that is the important thing. And same to the, we need to observe here in the debugging sampler, we can see the not here in the view results only. In the debugging sampler, you can see in the response data, you can go to the response data, you can observe user is equal to username is picked, and PW is equal password. Is picked or not? So like that we can do for the parameterization. So now it is doing for this is the fine, because we added for the only username password is a single user point of view. Otherwise we can add means again we can add for the user. You can click on add user. Then you can give for the one more username, like you can give for the Kiran, and password I'm giving for the Kiran 1 2 3 4. Assume just I given for the second value, and will execute for the 2 times. So that is why I'm selecting for the thread group 2 iteration. Okay. Okay, 2 users. Okay, then we'll save it, and we can clear this. Again we'll execute. Now we can observe we are able to pass this scenario. Second scenario also we are able to pass or not, we can check. See, login is come, and debugging sampler. If you want to see the debugging sampler, this is the first username password. Username is picked, and password is picked. That is fine. And second time we can observe, see user Kiran and user Kiran 1 2 3 4. See, you can observe Kiran 1 2 3 4 will be there. So you can observe maybe this page is also we are getting for the correct only. It is showing for the correct only, because you can go to the response data, you can observe and click on sample request. It is showing for the 200 only, but you can go to the response data, we are not seeing anything. And you can go to the login for 32 and see, means this page will be, you can go to the application, will check like actually that user will be there, not there. Just click on this, and I given for the Kiran, and Kiran I given what's
1 2 3
1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4
4.
1 2 3 4. You can click on this. See, login and password are not working, wrong. So means what will happen, you are unable to log in this, but you can observe here it is showing for the pass only. You can observe it is showing for the pass only, but that is why you need to keep for the assertions for each and every page. So that is why what you need to keep, for example in login page, response suggestion we keep for the contact microprocessor, right? You can go to the here, and we can check for the, otherwise you can go to here, and we need to give for the user name and password, and click on this sign in button. This application is also will be there. Okay, no problem. So now after click on login, you need to go to the actual this page. So this page you are going to or not, you need to validate means you can take for the home or online banking or feedback means static test you can take. So you can like we can take for the online banking as a shell. Now we'll execute. Control C and we can go to the application. In the response solution will give for this online banking and now we'll execute. Before that we need to clear.
అంటే ఆ పేజ్ లో ఆన్లైన్ బ్యాంకింగ్ ఉంటే పాస్ అవ్వాలి లేకుంటే
Yes,
ఫెయిల్ కావాలి.
yeah, that is only you can call it as a validation point. See, so login is failed. You can observe, you can click on this and click on this and response session. You can go to the response session. Assertion failure, test failed, expected content, online banking is not there. Actually, we need to expecting is online banking, but there is not there. So that is why it is failed. So here also you can observe not there. So means that is why validation points also very important for the performance testing point of view. You need to give for the each and every page you need to give for the validation. Then only you are going to the success page or not, you need to know. Got it, everyone? So sometimes
Yeah.
you can give for 200 now, you can observe. Now we'll give for the 200 here also. You can remove this and we'll give for the 200. Means it is showing for the 200. 200 means we know for that valid response and valid request. Okay, you think about that. Okay, I got for the 200. I'm getting for the valid response and valid. But that is why validation points are very important for the you are doing for the any tool. See, now you can observe login is success because if you go here and can click on this, you can go to the login page and you can